Alonso, ye didn't know who bebre. Now, say Adebakwa, a lot of fans are failing to understand and realize this. Carlo Ancelotti needs to be celebrated before he moves out of Real Madrid. Well, provided a certain level of foundation in terms of winning mentality be Real Madrid team ni more. Any kind of move overlooking. And Ebema Jumana Xabi Alonso babe and ebe the fukakra from that part. Because already this is a winning team. And the expectations are already there. They know so season in and Real Madrid can't afford to go trophless. They will definitely need to win a trophy at the end of the season. Yes. It's Carlo Ancelotti, I don't know best set it to a fancy. Or 2015, 2016, 2016, 2017, 2017, 2018. Where Real Madrid edge Champions League me sato asuna. Almost a period bia within one season can you say yaba. And then almost for Julian Lopetegui. And sana Julian Lopetegui ko Chama Santiago Solari abesum kakra. And sana Zinedine Zidane di omo be every season, no. But the following season, Zinedine Zidane started season, no. The only thing Real Madrid won was the UEFA Champions League. Despite the fact that there were other previous trophies. Be no more Musa Komusa bit me aka. But when to me on a day, or when to me I need the Champions League. Champions League round of 16 component moving until Carlo Ancelotti arrived again. But Carlo Ancelotti banner was back to Real Madrid. Now he is the most successful Real Madrid coach due to the number of trophies away day. What any the number of points are what he accumulated. Now he has won the La Liga. We're making sure so the Copa del Rey. Was also what the UEFA Champions League in 2. As also the Real Madrid. So we would understand the position now. Generally players now what me abo mono. Etimi a build a bit more confidence. Etimi maybe more bedroom pembeso mababedri. Now he is leaving this particular team to Xabi Alonso. Abra team no a lot of world beaters. World beaters near wine on Oba and Vinicius Junior no say goes there. But look at Adia Vinicius Junior Kakra. Then you look at Tchouaméni, centre back to a central defensive midfield. Shehawa was city moving on anyhow what me building on. Then you look at Vavadi Frederico. Hedumedi Awabaya wa Brantiano. So team now what Jan or as a team leader, maybe you might have questions about the tactics in the system. But I think improving individual players, you can never tell me say Carlo Ancelotti be PM Real Madrid no onye bi papa bia and was some manage squad near to a certain extent squad nan can talk about him to but now in the dressing room he leaves a team there is no issues and they will try to make sure so they will win under Xabi Alonso. But Xabi Alonso issues amount for raising and say oh baba 3-4-3 players burn on the bebo. But fancy who check it this season is a Shadrack bet me aboya in terms of the various formations as Xabi Alonso abono then you be hunu kwa obefa so the Real Madrid team we befa so there were games are about 4-3-3 there were games are about 4-2-3-1 so on your screen oh check here in 27 games omobo with a 3-4-3 in 8 games omobo with a 3-5-2 in 5 games omobo with a 4-2-3-1 in 3 games omobo with a 4-4-2 in 3 games, Omo with 4-5-1. In 2 games, Omo with a 4-4-1-1. So meaning say, Xabi Alonso, that's why I said the preferred formation, the 3-4-3 no. Fancy. Or you're subject to change this formation at any moment in time when he sees the opposition on any kwakobo. That means on your static with one formation. It means there are several arguments in the Bimu raising say, oh, and I'm a club or 3 back. There be Xabi Alonso, the any different because was son and son of various games this season, according to the opponent Omunio Mubeshia. That's why it say the 3-4-3 near dominant in terms of the formation in the system we use to know. He's always subject to change when the need arises.
Yes, a bit depending opponent.
A bit depending the opponent. There are special games for Betty son and son don't call with a 3 back. But at Real Madrid, if they decide to go with a 3-4-3 with a number of games, especially looking at the La Liga number of games, no about share the UEFA Champions League games, they know about the Copa del Rey games, no, not so much with a 3-4-3 now. Fancy, you would understand, said the 3 back in the wine. It is very likely, say, Raul Asensio will be free the right wing, the right centre back. Obe realizes, say, fancy. More or less, Antonio Rudiger be from the left centre back. In the middle, no, a near sem no, say Obeyusu either Tchouaméni, either Militao, or even David Alaba. I think that is why Real Madrid wants to go into the transfer market to buy a centre back. For the right wing back, they are sorted because they have Alexander Trent-Arnold. So no crumple the one man, then is Dani Carvajal, then there's Lucas Vazquez. Also Lucas Vasquez will attack or a solid power.
Yes.
It will be me soon or the right wing back. But maybe Real Madrid say what problem pie the left wing back.
They say baby I drew there.
Frank Garcia ni fella Mendy mo die.
Vasquez dey be ko.
Se Vasquez se ko Adam is right wing back ni ba be Kabaya.
And Trent.
And Trent. Yeah. Then the left wing back ni there. Fella Mendy sha se mboabo na for the left center back position because defend your yard there. Ah mboabo na ho. Xabi Alonso pair the wing backs no fella Mendy timi mo.
To Frank Garcia mom.
Frank Garcia now no be second choice and Real Madrid will go into the market for a left wing back. Into no money abre
Lucas
Manchester United Theo Hernandez Lucas Theo Hernandez. Anna Manchester Alvarez Alvaro the Benfica. Omani abre so some person ko fan de neba. It fancy you look at Real Madrid setup now then the double number 10 because who ko pie mu Bayer Leverkusen na Adli any ne tantela na yede ebo. Senator Tantella ni hono my Florian Vet plano plan kwa man Tantella ni be dey e be shame. So you look at the double number 10 na omo nye wingers ankasa
see na say
omo ye playmakers ankasa
e hono to say bia Jude any other goulash
number 10 anasanka there be also no the double pivot no opeba ko obesity control dictate the tempo of the game. And opeba ko box to box B2B.
Okay.
So box to box no Jude Bellingham fits it perfectly well because Otake or course Ashe goes in BBR. Now who plays the number 6? That is where Tchouaméni and Vavadi be pray. It's Real Madrid no more eager somebody room for Jonathan Tah, but Jonathan Tah come on ba meneke drew actually. With Jonathan Tah and Komodino. But Bibia nyanye day. Now ya confirm Xabi Alonso and Xabi Alonso for Real Madrid. Maybe discussions can even change. Because the center back row na kasa na obehye mfimfini no CCB row no obehye obi tise Jonathan Tah. But say Jonathan Tah no wanya na very likely say in game say mo ade no betimi de Tchouaméni akɔhye ho. Then Vavadi ne Jude Bellingham be dey. Ebebo the Luka Modric ne Camavinga so betimi free bench aye dey. Aba. But the double number 10 no ho ana mehwe how obetimi build a certain game around Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappe, Brahim Diaz, Adagula ne Brahim Diaz dey. Omo what yati asese omo ye backup ana Hendrick so ye backup so de ma Kylian Mbappe but Rodrigo and Vinicius no on say Rodrigo no number 10 ko ni problem because mo so obo tempe but Vinicius ya a touchline winger. How obetimi transforming Vinicius in that particular role say obama na ba be playmaker so obetimi create enough for the attacker no me hwe how obetimi and bibia so ne because o hwe kon fa so ye Bayer Leverkusen na fancy or build it we be two team no mo to so 17th in the Bundesliga. Fancy normal winning only one game out of 8 matches. No more relegation. Should the way our Danny team ni shebre. The signing somewhere in the first season, the signing so yeah no or signing players 83 million euros. That is the 2023-2024 transfer window no. Because 22-23 no master season that. And Obefa team they were January transfers though. But you look at the 23-24, the number of signings of form but now Nathan Tella no crop fan but not right midfielder. But what team done no the neighbor right attacking midfielder. Share the quality of the more in the absence of Florian Vet, Okofa Victor Boniface, share Granit Xhaka, share Jonas Hoffman, share Arthur, Matej Kova as a goalkeeper from Manchester United, ball playing. Then Obabe Okofa Bojan Iglesias, but Bojan Iglesias almost higher day. I didn't know because I want to see a kind of man set Vigo. And when you want man and share Barcelona, then there's Joseph Stanisic. So you look at the quality of Sansa Omodio Mobile and yes, Kakesi Bia, but these are talent, fancy. Or then it's a somu a blended with a more experienced squad no edinya resource. She players or Tony or by na Musa Diaby na top player. Or the Neko Jiska was Aston Villa, Michelle Baker, or the Neko Karim Demabi, or the Neko Nadia Mamiri, or the Neko Paulino, or the Neko. Just most of these players had to leave. But look at the team or build here. So fancy, I strongly believe say there is no time at Real Madrid to see you rebuild. But I think say everything Xabi Alonso touches is good. And this is a testing period for
you. I'm to say free period so season the end yeah rebuilding
Madrid will never do that. It's Alonso now me sure sort I say because Abobida. So he should go there. I'm really looking forward. But you know Real Madrid problem pa. Meshe so betimi solve. The number of eggs Real Madrid they concede. It will the number of goals Real Madrid concedes and the number of chances Real Madrid concedes. Then number 2, Real Madrid pressing. Fancy. Say Shadrack Beboy with the XG for Bayer Leverkusen. Sa graph now. Obetias here the XG against the XG for. Now on the screen, fancy on the graph now. Expected goals per game. Blue no edge na for expected goal 4. And red in the homa expected goals against. A trend over time. It is say free 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25. Now, what check it before Alonso Bebana. The XG for Bayer Leverkusen. What check it the season in 2021, 2022 now. Baby, I'm picking in terms of XG4. XG against this, I'm consider a lot. Pa, no check it for match day bear 12. Eba be see match day bear 20. Echo 25. It will check here. No more consider an XG against not less than 1.3 or 1.4, 1.5. But XG for no emu pija I say now omu create a lot of chances. It's a kobe 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. But the ending of the season, we kwa omu far so a drop keep XG to a certain extent. Say opponents were not creating enough chances against them, but they also created enough. But far from it, before Asana Alonso be far by Leverkusen no. Obe check it 22, 23. The first games no mo boy, you know. It will show from 0 to 10. The first games no more boy. You know, you look at the number of XG considered and the no about share time on the buy no quite fast we move die. But all three no, you look at the XG that Leverkusen consists. Fancy, me sure say a bro 1.5 kra. Akosura 1.2, 1.3. 1.2, 1.3, but how goes no? A general over there 3.0. So they create enough. But they concede less in terms of chances.
Okay.
Now Real Madrid will be looking forward to so many coach or bit my best idea. Number 2, in terms of pressing, check the regains of Bayer Leverkusen. You understand the reason why they press so well. Check it baby on magic ball in the affair. Real Madrid average 3.7 regains per every single 90 minutes this season.
It's a high line.
What I say? There's a high line on the ball Madrid pa. On the ball high line on Madrid pa. Ama Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo, they will press. You need to get the ball as soon as possible. Because someone average 3.7 regains per every single 90 minutes. On only Leverkusen, no, the regains need 5.2 per every single 90 minutes. And the regains need I said, oh, yeah, I was so yeah, either it ends in a shot or it ends in a goal. And Real Madrid were quality change by Leverkusen. It is a more to me a regains in the more. I think where Real Madrid be enjoy Panier say so more take Alonso I say with the importance of regaining possession. Our opponents and that's one attacking third one now. Almost a lot of goals.
Okay.
Because where Victor Boniface, Adli, and Nathan Teller in their absence in Florian Vet, then there is Jeremy Frimpong, wing back. Any Grimado on the left wing back. Omo quality there.
Yes.
But so what Trent Arnold are. The quality Trent Arnold one
just one splitting pass.
So imagine they should also get Theo Hernandez. Then anyone or Mbappe or Vinicius and or Rodrigo. Fancy untimi can't say high regains when so mutimi here the same number as Leverkusen here. And no more bro so Real Madrid be share a lot of goals. And no they favor Barcelona. Any Hansi Flick. Now we be share the number of regains are Barcelona and this season. And the number of goals in tier. The number the reason it almost share number of goals are when you Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yama omu nyina egusu share more goals.
And then I say because na as a picture near similar.
Yes.
Barca so ball high line.
Barca so ball high line pa. But what press it or the counter press is there. So this is where Real Madrid is. Our ball now, money Arsenal ball na Vinicius na mana Mbappe no mo nanteno enye adwuma wa ha. It's these two things. But you to me say Alonso and the be modify discuss into kan ho na incommodity no yendi. I think so first of all, measure stories no ni aba be hwemu into games in the beba so this particular weekend. Definitely your top 4 competition I was say who say will be better qualify for the Champions League and I want to qualify. Then your league deciders 2 Be on man, also very crucial in this particular weekend. There was in Yada in But first of all, fancy me perceive didn't commodify Martin Zubimendi story now we in Arsenal situation.
Okay.
Now, baby a encommodity in Gina was here the funny say baby Arsenal Gina Sisi Panomujina say to make this particular signing and the impact of such a player in this particular Arsenal setup. More or less, Bana or Bano and wine echo. And answer all ban one position and as see no asemo beba ho. Fancy me jitu me say Mikel Arteta invested not less than 800 million pounds in the last 5 seasons. Now in the last 5 seasons now ade a watimi age the FA Cup. During the COVID era, Chelsea the Champions League, Liverpool J the Premier League, Arsenal J the FA Cup. And they are more the FA Cup no do na any honum bim because na Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Alexander Lacazette mo omo na wa Arsenal ho but say no omo nyina no there's no single one of them in this particular setup our key player. It is for 5 seasons na to so ne besi next season mu no say atentimi anye hwea meaning say project na why this can na was spending nyina no it starts raising questions about the Jumedi Awababedi.
Yeah.
But first, you know, Pamaminu Ninkomobi about something. There are 7 stages of rebuilding a club. 7 stages. The other can your friend the crumbling of an empire. Meaning, say, team no Edrija Ajiagu, Nyomatitia Pansam Kra. There was a certain dynasty be an so for example, within Arsenal, Ubetimiaka say, as a Venga build a certain dynasty be or Arsenal. But the dream may be in a day. Ejigui, it's a good form, a bubuse pimpram. Then after the crumbling of an empire, now then you come to the false dawns. The false dawns na kwa quiet said the asset there at the fufrobi bar at the no a dim kunim die but that is light fufrobi appear. But me one a light na appear in your light papa bit me abo say bit me the crew ebi. It is free time you call no. As a Wenger call na dynasty bubu there was Unai Emery.
Yes.
There were various coaches that came around which you felt senka bibia ben and I say bia light na appear no chere say bibi fufro be Arsenal. But then there was the near misses. That is the next step. The near misses no have to do and I will not Emery now muji to me is a false dawns nabano because obeying a trophy who in terms of an European Cup in the Europa Cup and a Chelsea share energy. Then you come to the meltdown stage. The meltdown stage na no na Unai Emery edru maybe no be abu afu Arsenal enye ye bi Arsenal de kasabebrebe. There was a proper meltdown with the supporters. And the Kasa won't change. But it did not stop the stages of rebuilding at Arsenal because you need to go through all of these phases. Then you come to the obsession stage. The obsession stage comes into the fact, say, now no Mikel Arteta by no Abeji the FA Cup. Say no, you are so much obsessed to winning many trophies because the command watch it. It is supporters in you obsessed with winning, supporters in you obsessed with playing good football, supporters in you obsessed with getting quality players.
Yeah, because good football under Wenger,
so when you get to the obsessive stage now, bibia it will be steady. Mikel Arteta first best 6 months to 1 year now omobo pragmatic football pa. No my boys who you know Aubameyang and Lacazette makofa no my prebon there until say they started growing in possession and all of these things mama for said then we are getting back. So supporters were so much obsessed with playing quality football, getting results and winning trophies. It is our stage, you know, say about the Odyssey stage. The Odyssey stage, and what I heard Odyssey movie biano. The Trojan horse war no. Ekobae no. Odyssey no netina nsuo no so oboamo kodi nkulim no. Okodi di nsuo na tem na the god of the sea. Eka so obetwe so. Iti see no anam so nim say direction we no oko. But oko ana see na sa de na banachi. It was spending so many years on the sea without getting home. Until so do one time be okopa nsuo no cho. Ana nsuo no jitu sa afi de memoir dey akofie. So Arsenal is on the Odyssey stage because they believe say baby omugina say no fancy. Omo kwa 45 years the trophy bi anya dey. Emai. Omo kwa no matwa sa ana omugina fako. But the last stage of it near the right manager effect, which they have not gotten there yet. But if they are going to get there, the right manager effect doesn't mean say Mikel Arteta near the right manager. So we need to assess the real effect of Mikel Arteta being the right manager of Arsenal by winning trophies at the end of the day. So now I'm do this stage in this because they have failed to win trophies for a number of years because for example, in the league, it will tell Mikel Arteta with the press conference now or say the number of points on accumulated in the last few seasons in the league money day. Command 2, but this time around, no 67 points no money and ever form. The next 3 games now in the league, so multi-mission no money 9 points. Fancy Yakasaba 76 points, which is below whatever Arsenal are in the Premier League. It is promise also multi, but the right manager effect will come with the final touches. I'll bet media account team, especially signings and modifying your tactics and systems. Or introducing new things to get you what you want to achieve. And Arsenal next season also mutimura. Because what to Kwanache. They've experienced the meltdowns. They've experienced the obsession. They've experienced near misses. Or more experience a crumbling empire. Now they'll need the right manager effect. And signings never shall see if Martin Zubimendi. And the question will be able to say Arsenal priorities as a sana. Me fancy. Signing Martin Zubimendi is never a problem because o checking the quality and then the football now obona fancy untimi nka say oye player bi na so oba no be shemu wa Arsenal obe have huge problems in terms of complementing players be to say Declan Rice mo just to get results for Arsenal. But baby a question in a free bano the priorities of Arsenal say mo 60 million euros da ho some of the bet trigger obi release clause ana mo ntimi nya bi fan quarter striker na January. When you be unfan quarter striker because the season no can call a chose said the quarter because 60 million euros also on the bet trigger there. Then January now was an carto will be my
and sir January nanka money Oli Watkins even the last day.
The time on medical Oli Watkins.
So Arteta the nane bo fupa.
Fancy the time on medical Oli Watkins.
Yeah.
So set your priorities right. Only assembly baby I want no. But now Jorginho Echo Flamingo they will need a replacement. So meaning it says Zubimendi ba start to Arsenal now. Fancy. I strongly believe say there are certain games Zubimendi will start. There are certain games he will not start. So more or less, say Jorginho role not a squad rotational player. Meaning says Zubimendi ba no. Already no ba be replace will be another squad rotational. What I saw be a crucial player in the starting 11 and obey squad rotation no ejina ne money ball ba than do Arsenal. But Nippon no ba replacing the no a squad rotational player in the shape of Jorginho. But Zubimendi no matter the performances.
Zubimendi more of a 6.
Zubimendi more of a 6 but Arsenal 6 ni say na Thomas Partey partner Oko.
Partey so nya extended.
Partey nya extended. Meba ho onkoye. But Arsenal won so much from a Champions League game first leg against Paris Saint-Germain. Advance na Thomas Partey missing. It is squad depth way. So about Champions League now league now. There were games and Arsenal did the same 11. About Champions League now almost at the same 11. About the Premier League. It is come more squad depth I'm sure say and come many players be a committee league ni be so aye about the Champions League. But now squad depth me I don't believe in quantity, I believe in quality. Okay. And Zubimendi is one of them. But the only issue I have here is more 60 million euros da ho. I don't never supporters no so about so maka say and the 60 is a more striker be one year bomb 65 70 mama me can't chase muniska. Because obi anim said ye here is say pa no ye here ni mu ho two. Arsenal here a proper center forward. Arsenal here a clinical left winger. I bet me abo as a left forward. Because